So we are not going to train you on the GRE, we are not going to teach you something new. It's already known to you. But the problem is, it's not like your paper pencil test, where you just ask, ma'am, can I get answer sheet extra, and you do a small lower and tick, everything and type and give it to them. That's not how it works. It's a computer adaptive test. There's an algorithm which works from behind. Can I have your attention, please? Yeah. There's an algorithm which works from behind. So the questions come and you start answering each and every question. Able to understand? So it's a system adaptive test. So what happens is, let's say you answer the first two questions and you are completed with the first section. The first section answer is taken by the algorithm and the second section becomes more tougher. Have you seen Kaun Banega Crorepati? The first 5 questions are always easy. You had dosa or idli yesterday. That's how it is. Yes or no? But you go to the 15th question, what will happen? It depends on the performance that you've done from your first to 5 and 5 to 10. Yes or no? And unfortunately in GRE you don't have phone a friend. Or you can't do a 50-50. Able to understand? GRE is a system adaptive test. So you need to have an Indian valid passport. So when you go there, it is at the Prometric Center. You'll have to keep your thumb impression, your eyeball is censored. You go there, you can't take any of your personal belongings. All your valuables, they'll give you a lock and key. You have to keep it in the locker and key. Then you'll have to get, only your key is allowed, not even your handkerchief. And you have to get there. Your water bottle, everything, snack, everything you have to keep out. You go there inside, it's connected live, you'll have to start your examination. Simple. You can report your scores, you can report to the universities that you can feel of. Able to understand now? So what are the first things that is required? If you want to do MBA, then you have to do GMAT. GMAT is a more, more tougher than GRE. And then you have to also do your IELTS and TOEFL. What is IELTS? What do you mean by IELTS? Exactly right. International English Language Testing Skills. And TOEFL? So TOEFL is predominantly taken for countries like US, Canada and Singapore. IELTS is taken for the other part of the country, which is European continent, Scandinavian country. You go to one country, you can go to 28 countries. You get a visa. That visa is valid for 28 countries. What are those countries? Denmark, Sweden, Norway. Remember all this? That's called as a Scandinavian country. You get one visa, you can go to 28 countries. And similarly, but again, those countries are like your Andaman and Nicobar. European continent, Germany, you need IELTS. This is a small distinguisher. So why IELTS and TOEFL again? IELTS and TOEFL means it is only in terms of your reading, writing, speaking and listening of English. Are you at par? Is your competence with the competence of a German? Is it at par with an American? That's what they want to test. Able to understand? Let's also look at what else is required. Academic transcripts, which is your CGPAs and all that, with your university affiliation is required. Work experience. When I say work experience, not definitely a permanent job. Talking about what have you done in terms of your on-the-job training, your practical internship. Then comes your extracurricular activities. This is the most important thing, which means how are you as a person? Have you done any volunteering activities, your community service? Have you done any paper presentation? Have you done any event in your college? What is your leadership capability? What is your interpersonal skills? Intra and your interpersonal skills. These are the things they will look into. All that they will look into is how are you as a human being? Are you an asset or a liability? Able to understand? And of course, even if you have all these skills, how will you tell the university? You can only tell the university through a written channel because they will not directly interview you. So for that, you will have to write something called as SOP. What is SOP? Statement of purpose. Exactly right. Your statement of purpose should articulate your strengths. It should tell you, for example, NUS will ask you, why NUS, why Singapore, and why MS in mechanical engineering. So you will have to write to NUS that this is what you've done, this is why you've selected NUS, and your strengths also. So the articulation has to happen in the written format. And they'll also give you a catch. You'll have to explain everything in 300 words. You able to understand? And the most important thing is your CV, which is your curriculum vitae. So you should have all your experiences and what you've done. The most important thing is you cannot be a cut copy paste. You take someone's CV and put it and load it to your CV. It doesn't work that way because you will have a direct interview. They will assess you and they will ask you questions. and they'll check whether you are the right fit or not. And your financial documents. You need to get your form I-20. What is I-20? I-20 form has to be released by the university to get there, which means you're giving a declaration that you will not be an immigrant to that land, but you're going to educate yourself. So it's a non-immigration status, but you can go to that country. So it's called as I-20. There's also something else called as SEVIS fee. You know what SEVIS fee? SEVIS means Student Exchange Visitor Information System. So it's a government fee that you have to pay to the government of US, government of Canada or Singapore, and you have to go there and get it acclaimed. Okay, so the process to study abroad. So now we looked at connecting the dots looking backwards. The reason why we say you'll have to connect the dots looking backwards is because if you want to do your MS, your PhD abroad, you need 1 year of your pre-work to be done. Which means the ideal time to take your GRE test is your 3rd year. The ideal time to study your GRE is your 2nd year. Because GRE scores are valid for how many years? 5 years. The ideal time to learn GRE, try different strategies out of GRE is your 2nd year. To take the test is your 3rd year because the score is valid for 5 years. And in your 4th year, you'll have to write your TOEFL or IELTS. Able to understand? It's usually a shot in the dark. Lot of you do, many mistakes in terms of applying for the universities. They don't even know. Selecting the right university, identifying the right university, what is the scholarship available, what are the research options available, is this ranking right ranking? So getting into the right website, going into the university website, understanding the classroom size, what are the finance options, is there any opportunity for an on-campus job? I have a lot of my friends working, they studied in Stanford, but they used to get on-campus jobs. They used to work at McDonald's, they used to work at the fuel station, the gas station. They used to get paid about $8 to $12 an hour. And there's a minimum requirement. They can work only up to 20 hours a week. So they can make a hell of a lot of money out of that. That will help them for their pocket expenses. Able to understand? So these are the things you need to understand. The 1 year that is required is to build your profile. So we call that as the profile building part. Which means we help you classify universities. You will know what is SRM, what is Veltech, what is other colleges in Chennai. You will know about IIT, but you will not know about MIT. What is MIT? Definitely not Madras Institute of Technology. What is it? What is CIT? How many of you have gone to the higher education cell which is there in the first floor? One thing that I really like there is the first 50 colleges and they put out the names. Have you read that? Have you read that at least once? Oh, you won't find that information elsewhere. They've drilled down, it's very informative for you to understand. When you select universities, you will have to select what is the ranking, what is your finance options, what will be your reputation if you study in that university. Is your subject having the best rank there? Because doing an aeronautical MS in aeronautical engineering in CIT and doing an MS in aeronautical engineering in Howard makes a big difference. I've seen people doing GRE and applying for Howard. Howard is known for their MBA programs. Howard is a business school. I've seen people taking shot in the dark. Just a clear shot in the dark. They've not done proper research. They've not done enough homework about GRE and applying to the right university, and they just go and apply to Harvard because somebody told them Harvard. Harvard works best with MBA. Doesn't work best with aeronautical engineering. Aeronautical engineering you have to do where? CIT, Georgia Institute of Technology, Rochester Institute of Technology, Caltech, California Institute of Technology. Able to understand? These are the places where you have to be. So, identifying the university, selecting the university, how do you select? So you need to first do it in a very scientific way. Each one should have a dream university, a reach university, and a safe university. So if I don't meet this, I still meet the borderline of it. Able to understand? So what we do is, at Manya, the President Review, what we do is we classify the information for you. We make it more simpler for you. We help you with the admission counseling process. We help you with the editing part of your SOP. We help you to edit your SOPs. We will help you select the right universities. We will counsel you. We will get you the pre-qualifiers and the criteria which will take you there. And all that information is given. We help you throughout this 1 year. So these are some commonly applied colleges. You can find Purdue. Purdue is really good. Rotman, NUS, NCR, Nanyang. All these are very good colleges. Arizona State University. Okay, let's move ahead. These are some commonly applied programs. You can find it for the masters here. So what do you mean by OPT? What do you mean by OPT? OPT means optional practical training. Of course, it's there in the slide, so it's easy for you to say that. But I'm talking about what do you mean by it? It means that if your MS is for 18 months or 22 months or 24 months, you can take the option of OPT and extend your visa. And then find out jobs and settle there. Able to understand? Which means if you take a research-based methodology, you can extend your visa in means of an OPT, optional practical training. After your course also you can extend it and you can study there, you can do your research there, especially for pre-doctoral and PhD programs. For you to become a doctorate, this is the most important thing. That's why people go there. Able to understand? Okay, I'm going to just talk about, the other part is okay, if anybody has got enough FIR then you can't go there. The most important thing is your possible intent of immigration. So when we talk about possible intent of immigration, I'll give you a small example. Who's got best in the academics part, in girls? Best one. Who's very good in academics? Class first, school first, college first. Nobody here? Who's good at academics, guys? They should tell me. Sorry, I'm getting. Who's good at academics? You know what, guys? Are you good at academics? Not really? Anybody else who's good at academics? Mahalakshmi, are you good at academics? Nobody's good at academics. Very bad. Okay, guys, who are good at academics? Are you good at academics? You look so. Who's good at academics? I'm talking to the wrong bunch of people there. Who is good at academics? Not even one? No, come here. At least they feel you're good at academics. How many areas you have? Not really. Come here. Come here quickly. What's his name? Hold on. Let me ask, what department are you from? Quickly, girls, what's his name? Sorry? Swapnil. Okay, is Swapnil a good at academics? Yeah? Okay, they agree. Okay. Now he has a bona fide certificate of academics. So Swapnil is a guy who's really good at academics. Now I want the guy who's really bad at academics. Quickly, let's do it. Fun. Sorry, you're talking the wrong word. It's not one guy, you should say many. Is that what you're trying to say? Who's that one guy? Quickly, I don't have time. Sorry? No. Hold on, let me ask them again. Who's the bad guy? Jackson. Yeah, Jackson, come here quickly. You don't have time. Quick. Let's give him 1 round of applause. Is it a good fit? Swapnil and Jackson? Jackson, you okay? Okay, I'm going to give you an example, okay? Now Swapnil, if at all, if I give you the option of studying abroad, where do you want to study? Oh, he wants to study in Georgia Tech. And what do you want to do there? He's really bored here. So don't do that you're good at academics, you're like, oh. Don't do that, don't. Leave it like this. He wants to do masters where? Okay. Sorry? What? Not yet decided, okay, fine. But let's assume that he wants to do MS at Georgia Tech. Okay, let's assume that he's going to do that. Now, this guy has gotten to the embassy official. And the embassy official is asking him, Swapnil, why do you want to go to Georgia Tech? And Swapnil says, because he's worked literally hard. He's worked literally hard. He had slogged his own self and dash for 1 year. Okay? And 1 year he's worked really, really hard. And this is his one day, the final day to get his visa and just head out of this place. He's so much of done with you guys. He doesn't want to see you anymore. So he wants to go abroad and see all white dreams. So he's just waiting for his visa. And the visa official asks him, Swapnil, why do you want to go to Georgia Tech? So Swapnil says, because my aunt or my brother lives in Georgia. It's so easy. If I study there, it will be easy for me to move around in Georgia. Okay? So Swapnil, unfortunately, does not get a visa. Why? Why? Because their family already has a history of going there, telling study visa and going there and settling. Auntie lives there, brother lives there. Though he has interest, though he's put in hard work, though he's got the passion to study, still he can't go there. Able to understand? So let's give him one round of applause for not going. So, till now he's the zero. Now let's make him the hero. You like cars? What car do you like? BMW? How many wheels are there in BMW? 4 wheels in BMW. 4 wheels, huh? How many wheels, guys? 5. Huh? Cricket one up here, 5 wheels. What kind of 5 wheels? Okay. What is the CC speed in the car in the BMW? What is the CC, guys? Okay. He said he likes car, right? Name 4 cars which are not Indian making cars. I mean, best cars which are available in India now, but those are not Indian cars. Ferrari? Now he knows cars. He's talking about Ferrari. This guy, I got Ferrari experience only because it was a live experience. So what's his name? Jackson. No, Jackson is fine. So, Jackson likes car. Okay, now he is going to meet the embassy official. And the embassy official looks at his mark sheet. You pretend your name is Jackson, your name is Ejaz. Why is your name Jackson? First question. And he says, because I want to be Jackson. And then the younger embassy official, the lady, she scrutinizes the application. She looks at the nuts and the bolts of the application. What? History of arrears. 6 arrears. Okay, no standing arrears now. He's cleared all the arrears. Behavior at college, worst. Okay, fine. She's looked at all that. Then she genuinely asked, she's got so much of curiosity. Why do you want to go to my country? And this guy, Jackson, says, honestly, ma'am, I'm not going there to study. I have not studied here itself. Well, what will I do here? So I'm not going there to study, but I'm crazy about cars. So when this guy Jackson went there, he wore a Ferrari t-shirt. It says Ferrari, red and yellow. And this guy talks to the gentlewoman saying, ma'am, I'm not going there to study. I just want to go there because my father is not getting me a Ferrari, nor can he get me a Ferrari. So I want to just go there, at least buy the low-end model of Ferrari and drive and just be crazy there. And he gets a visa. Okay. So, what did you understand out of this? What did you understand out of this? It's not just the hard work that you put in, it's about how you crack your embassy interviews. It's about telling the right things at the right time. You can't go there and tell my brother is living there, my aunt is living there, my uncle is living there, so I want to go there and all that. That will show them that your intent is not to study. Your intent is to live there. Able to understand? So So telling the right things, explaining your passion, why you want to go there, what you want to do for yourself is most important. So the guy who was not qualified, the Jackson has gotten there, and Swapnil, the guy who was really deserving it, did not do. Able to understand? Yeah? So that's the most important piece. Okay, let's look at the visas. So the most important visa is your F1 visa. So if you get an F1 visa, you will be able to easily go there. For Germany alone, you need to certain universities require a B1 certification. What is B1 certification? Exactly. They want you to study German. I mean German language here. So they want you to get at least a B1 certification in German so that you can go there. There are many other universities which does not require a B1 certification here in India. You can go there, settle yourself, educate yourself. And if you want to immigrate there, if you want a permanent residency there, a PR at Germany, only at that point of time, or if you want a work permit there, only at that point of time, you need a B1. Able to understand, guys? Yeah? Okay, so the first thing that you definitely should have is your passport. How many of you have a passport? I'm not asking about the passport size photograph. I'm talking about passport. The passport. So even for you to take your GRE, you need an Indian valid passport, or if you're from any other country, Pakistan or neighboring countries, that country's passport. How many of you are from Pakistan? Yes. No, we'll kill them later, don't worry. We have a lot of revenge to do. Just now India got in the victory also, right? I have a lot of revenge to do. So we'll go together, work together, and set up a flight to crash this house. Okay, apart from that, we've already discussed. You need I-20, you need service fees, your visa interview makes a vital role in all of these processes. What else? You have something called as post-study visa. So your post-study visa is something which you can extend your study for 4 to 8 months, and you can study there. You also have the optional practical training, which means you can get trained there. And the most important thing is your on-campus jobs. So each and every university has about 20 to 40 hours of work limit every week that you can put in yourself, and you can study there. Okay, these are the most affordable countries. We just thought of showing that to you as well, apart from India. Mexico, which is in the border of US. Hong Kong is really good. Okay, these are the commonly applied programs for masters. Arizona, University of South California, Bahama State University, University of Utah, many others. Okay, guys, the most important thing for you guys is if you go to the internet, Google, you will have many websites. You should not rely on all those websites. If you're looking at US, specifically US, the most important website for you is usnews.com. Okay? There's nothing to see there, it's just usnews.com. These are the most important things that you will get there. Okay, so we help you with all of these. Okay, there is no zero in GRE. It's only between 260 to 340. Totally is 3 hours 20 minutes, and there's a 15 to 20 minute break where you have to go out and refresh yourself and come back. The sections are 4 sections in GRE. It's valid for 5 years. Okay? So the most important thing is GRE has 4 sections. The first section is AWA. AWA means Analytical Writing Assessment. You'll have to write an issue-based essay and an argument-based essay, which means they will test on your writing skills. How are you good at your writing? You will be good at reading, but you may not be good at writing. So they will test your writing skills. So that's AWA, Analytical Writing Assessment, 2 essays, issue-based essay and argument-based essay. And then comes your verbal and quant part, wherein you will have a section-wise test which will be done. And you need to understand there is something called as experimental section. You know what is experimental section in GRE? Do you know, by the way? Because you came to our center, right? You've come to our center once. You just called in, okay. Do you know what is experimental section? Experimental section means they will experiment on you, the GRE takers. Which means they will use you all as specimens. Then why GRE is so competitive is because they have an experimental section. There will be one separate section where you will put your heart and soul and you will try to crack GRE, but that section there will be no marks. Because that's an experimental section. Why? Because they want to give the difficulty questions there and see how many of you are not able to crack the difficulty question. So for that question will come in the actual portion of the next time. That's why it's so competitive. Able to understand? So experimental section, so for example, let's say Jackson takes the test this GRE this semester, and he has taken the experimental section. There was one question where he flunked and he was not able to answer. That question will be taken to the main portion of the GRE next year. So if you are edging between 323 to 330, that question will come there. It will be like a bomb. Able to understand? That's why GRE is so competitive. Because it's an algorithm test. It's a very system adaptive test. It will adapt according to your responses and answers. Able to understand? Okay, GMAT, I don't know if anybody is looking at MBA. MBA, expected so. So GMAT is only for them. This is the average score in minor that you can find, 308. We recently got at Ananagar, I don't want to say the name of the student, but he is from Veltech, the main college. So he's from that college. He's got 337. And he's also gotten an admit letter from the university. Okay, so what we do is we have US certified trainers. So we have a policy called the CDCC, Curriculum Development Certification Program. So the teacher who would come and help you with all of these will be certified and are enough to help you with the strategies and techniques. We have something called this process of elimination, move and move ahead. We have something called as ball parking. These techniques, strategies will be taught you. We have a dedicated student portal. We will give you a single sign-on user, which is like your username and password. You can use it in your smartphone, you can use it in the computer lab, and anywhere you have an internet connection. You can use the student portal. There will be more than 99 plus practice drills, video lessons. So let's say you attend one class and the second class you are not able to attend. You can still get that video as a video lesson in your student portal. And of course, structured course content. So what we do help is with all of these. So we classify universities for each and every applicant. We will give them like this: green, reach, safe. So that's how we get you all a list of universities. Okay? These are a recent glory. Rana Salim has gotten his undergraduate from Vanderbilt with scholarship of about $57,000 USD. And you can see many MBA. You can see MS in engineering management. This guy is from a Calcutta guy. So he's got in Case Western University with scholarship. These are our global tie-ups. We have 680 to 720 direct tie-ups, and indirectly we have about more than 1,000 plus universities tie-up. So you have a specific requirement. Let's say you want to get your MS in embedded technology. So we will get you MS in embedded technology in the best college. So that's how our tie-up network are there. Okay, that's my name and number. You can take it down if you want. That's not my number, by the way. I don't want to give you my number. That's our helpline number. I would prefer you to write an email to us. If you have any questions, I can definitely revert back to you within 72 hours.